Every dog that I came in contact with was either a fighting dog or like really just a guard dog, really like made to be mean, made to be scary, scare people. But when I came to this program, I started seeing a whole different way of training dogs, as you were saying earlier, more with love and teaching them games instead of choke chains and grabbing them. It's just changed my whole perspective, my whole way of thinking. You get a lot more with love and affection than you would just trying to throw your weight around.
That was just one prisoner whose outlook on life totally changed after being rehabilitated by shelter dogs through a program called Another Chance at Love. The inmates live with the dogs and train them using a non-aggressive method that focuses on love and affection rather than violence. The relationship gives them the tools to understand behavior and communicate more effectively and respectfully in real life with people. Dogs really do have a remarkable power to transform the lives of the human beings they touch. Joining me now is Tamar, author of The Love Dog and self-described life coach for dogs and the ones who love them. Tamar, you're the go-to trainer for huge stars, including Oprah Winfrey, but dogs can also transform the lives of people in trouble. What is it about the unconditional love that animals like this little girl offer that breaks down the hard shell of even the toughest guy?
You see, dogs don't look at you in your physical appearance. Dogs don't judge you for what you've been, whether it's good or whether it's bad. They don't care if you're a billionaire or they don't care if you're in a gang. All they care is right now. They're in the present with you, with what you are giving them. They're giving you fresh start each and every time. And you know, we don't get that opportunity in any other place in our life.
How do these prisoners change? What is the transformation that they go through when they learn to deal respectfully and lovingly with a dog? How do they take that and translate that into more appropriate behavior with human beings they encounter in real life?
I tell you, Jane, this is just unbelievable. It is so moving to see the transformation. One of the kids that we have in the program became a father when he was 13. And he was very closed off. He was very tough because, you know, these are the rules of the street. You cannot show emotions. You cannot show vulnerability. And yet when we come in with the Love the Dog method, we require the kids to be affectionate, to be expressive. So instead of saying, sit, good, sit, we're not in the army. We ask them to say, sit, that's a good sit. He took what he had learned to do with the dogs and transferred it to his two children, 2-year-old and 5-year-old. And the kid is only 18 years old. For the first time, he says it on the video that we have, that he have learned what it is to be patient, what it is to be expressive with his love, what it is to smile. These are like the basic things that we don't even think about, but they come from a different culture of toughness. And the dogs just very softly, like water breaks a rock, dogs love, like very softly, break the hard walls that they put around them and bring the diamonds that they have inside them out.
Oh, you know, this is such a wonderful story, and I just love this kind of work that is done to unite people in crisis with animals, and it happens in many different forms. We've had stories of people who are ill, paralyzed, even working with horses, and that transforms their lives. There are so many unwanted animals in America. There are so many people in crisis in America. What can we do to bring them together so that they can heal each other and help each other?
I love your question. I really love your question, because the thing of it is, people don't realize that when we put to sleep approximately 5 million dogs a year, it's like throwing away money. It's throwing away unbelievable resource of rehabilitation, because we use these dogs to rehabilitate. In my program, Another Chance for Love, we rehabilitate juvenile prisoners, but we're also starting this month to work with wounded Marines who are not so injured that they need to be in hospital, but they all suffer from PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and other issues. And we are now starting the program, again, only shelter dogs. We do not breed these dogs. They are not pure breeds necessarily. Because you know what? Why do we need to breed Labradors when we have all these unbelievable dogs put to sleep each year? And they have the exact same mental capacity, the exact same emotional capacity that we're just killing, euthanizing. So we're taking these shelter dogs with juvenile prisoners, with the wounded Marines, and we're really creating a new world where everybody get a chance to have another chance at love. I mean, when you look at these dogs who've been dumped, the fact that they've been dumped doesn't mean that they're wrong. I mean, come on, Jane, we all been dumped before.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I've been dumped.
Who
That's
hasn't
for
been
sure.
dumped?
That
Hello?
is for sure. Yeah, this
You know?
little baby was dumped somewhere, and I picked her up, and she's an angel. She's got the personality of about a dozen people. And you know what? I can't wake up and have a bad morning, because she wakes up every morning is Christmas morning. Every morning she's filled with love and excitement for the day ahead, and it's contagious. So
It
am
is
I.
contagious.
I get filled with excitement for the day ahead, and we go and walk, and we have fun, and you know, there's so much in this society that can be done to make the world, and America in particular, more dog friendly. Everywhere I go, it's no dogs allowed. And some of my friends say, I would love to have a dog, but my apartment doesn't allow it. Even outdoor cafes sometimes say you can't have your dog here, even though it's outside. I never got sick from a dog. I've gotten sick from people. So how do we change the mentality to make America more animal friendly, to realize, hey, nature put these creatures here for a reason. They're not our enemies, and they're not commodities. They're our companions.
And more than our companion, they're family members. Because, you know, these dogs are sleeping at night in our beds. And yet we're still healthy. So what's the issue if they go to a restaurant and laying under the table with us? But I believe that is changing. When my book came out about a year and a half ago, I was blown away by the reaction, because this is the first book that talked about raising a dog as opposed to training a dog. It's the first time that it's talking about celebrating a dog's feelings as opposed to a dog needs to be submissive and obedient.
Yeah.
The child now doesn't need to be submissive and obedient.
Right.
And
It's
a
a
lot more
metaphor,
people-
Tamar.
It
is a metaphor for our approach to life entirely.
exactly.
And the
That's
day
exactly.
that we are truly compassionate to animals is the day that we as a species will be incapable of waging war and committing horrific violence on other human beings. Tamar, thank you so much for your wisdom. For a
Thank
soldier,
you, Jane.
bye-bye, dear. For a soldier returning from abroad, they not only look forward to reuniting with their families, but also with their beloved pets. But what happens when a soldier leaves for his or her tour of duty? What if they can't find somebody to care for their dog or cat while they're serving our country? My next guest came up with an answer: find temporary foster homes for military pets. What a great idea. Guardian Angels for Soldiers' Pets is an organization devoted to matching foster parents to every soldier's pet that is left with no caretaker. With me now is Linda Sperlin Dominic, founder of Guardian Angels for Soldiers' Pets. Linda, bravo.